Hello. I thought I'd do you a small sequence to share of the times I'm away this month. A very happy March to you all. Namaste. Let's open our arms out wide and look to this beautiful spring sunshine, and then release your heart down to the floor. Cross your arms and slowly begin to rise to the sky as you open. Exhale, softening back down, crossing the arms the other way as we gently rise up, rooting through the feet. Last time, releasing the body all the way down, skimming your mat and rooting and rising to the sky. Bring your hands to your heart and let your hands rest. Take a deep breath in. Soak up the sunshine and sigh it out. Inhale, open out wide and up. Swan dive down this time, taking your hands to the front of your shins, coming into your flat back position. Lengthen through the spine. Pause in the posture, breathing in and breathe out, softening belly towards the thighs. Root and rise to the skies. Hands find your heart. Relax the hands to the side of your body and slowly begin to roll both shoulders. And then reverse that roll. And come back to stillness. Open the palms out wide. Swan dive down. Inhale into your flat back position. Release all the way down and root and rise to the sky. Exhale as the hands come to your heart. Inhale, open them out wide. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Beautiful spine. Inhale once again, reaching those fingers away and wrap your arms the other way round and hug those shoulders. Inhale, come out wide again. Swan dive down. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale, release all the way down. Soften your knees as you rise. Inhaling and exhaling, finding your heart. Bring your hands to your hips and just give them a circle in one direction. And reverse that circle. And then come back to center. Take a breath in and release all the way down, skimming, rooting and rising, crossing the arms. Coming back to hands at the side. And then bring your knees together and slowly circle the knees. And reverse that circle, rounding through your feet. And then come back to standing. Open the arms out wide and exhale to the heart. Open the heels out. Open the arms. And swan dive down once again. This time coming into your flat back again. Exhale, releasing and root as you rise. Swan dive down once more. Take the hands to the mat and take the left leg and the right leg coming into your first downward dog. Inhaling, rise up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, soften the heels towards the mat. Inhale, take your knees down to the ground and exhale all the way back into your child's pose. And pause with your breath. filling the lungs with as much air as you can, and then softening the body towards the ground, letting your head fall towards the mat. Bring the hands down by the side of your feet, and as you take your next inhale, begin to rise up to the sky. Exhale, reach those arms behind you and release to the earth. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, rise up this time and take a gentle twist to the right side, keeping the arms at shoulder height. Inhale, keeping those arms, keeping the body to the side, and then open those arms out to shoulder height once more. Inhaling, come to center. And exhale over to the left side. Inhale, hands come to touch overhead. And we soften back to arms at shoulder height. Inhaling, returning to center. And exhale as we soften all the way back down. Inhale, root and rise. This time the palms face forward as we release towards the mat. And inhale into our downward dog. Exhaling as we lengthen the legs. And we take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Lifting up onto the balls of the feet, let the body travel forward as you come into your plank posture. Push those heels away, hug the belly to your spine. Take a deep breath in and bring your knees to the ground as you exhale all the way back down. And come into your Sphinx pose. I know it's difficult to see me, but you've got your elbows directly under your shoulders. Your forearms are parallel. And the feet, the front of the feet are pushing down into the mat, engaging with the earth, as is your pubic bone. Feel that opening from the pubic bone to between the heart space as you reach forward, softening the shoulders. Take an in-breath. And as you release the breath, release your head down, hands back under the shoulders, curl the toes under, inhale to your knees and exhale to your downward dog. And then walk your hands back towards your feet, inhaling to flat back, exhaling, release, root and rise. In and exhale to the heart. Take the hands out wide, first finger to thumb, and transfer the weight into the right leg and bring the left leg up. You can touch the wall for support. Find length in that supporting leg. And then circle into the ankle, and then the other way. And then take that left knee out to the side and circle into your hip. And circle the other way. And slowly plant the left foot back on the ground. Open your arms out to the sky and swan dive down. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale, soften and root as you rise. Hands find the heart. Fingers and thumb touch each other. Transfer the weight into your left leg this time. Peel that right foot from the ground and circle through the ankle. Reverse your circle and pause. Open the right leg out to the side and circle. Lovely. And then we'll reverse that circle. Lovely. Bring the knee back in front. Place that right foot on the mat. Open your arms once more. Palms face forward as we release them down to the mat and we walk our hands forward back to our downward dog. Take a breath in. Inhale, bringing your knees to the ground, and exhale back to your child's pose. Find a length in the spine as you inhale once more, and then slowly release the belly towards the thighs. Let your forehead find the mat and reach those arms out in front of you. So creep the fingers further forward so you create some space under each armpit, and find your breath. Each breath out softens you and feels that soft surrender to gravity, releasing, and then finding another in-breath as you begin to rise, curling the toes under and exhaling back to your downward dog. And just stay here in stillness for a moment, relaxing the head between your upper arms, sinking into the breath with the mind, feeling that expansion and contraction. One more breath in, one more breath out. And then this time walk the feet slowly and mindfully towards your hands. Inhale into your flat back position and exhale as you soften. Root as you rise, find the sky. And exhale, hands find your heart. Open the arms out wide and bring the hands behind you, linking the fingers, reaching and lengthening those arms behind your back. Take a breath in as you open the heart space. And as you exhale, release the body, taking the belly towards your thighs. And reach the arms up towards the sky, drawing those shoulder blades together. And then find softness in the neck and the head as you gently nod, releasing the tension between the ears and the shoulders. Finding the breath, releasing and letting go. Release the hands now and let them draw down toward the earth, skimming in front of you. Bring those arms up and then take your chair, take your seat, softening the knees, arms parallel in front of you, heart space forwards, and take the weight back into your heels. And take a quick look, gaze down towards the feet, making sure the knees are parallel with the legs. Open your heart to the sky. Take a breath in and go a little deeper. And then you might decide to come up onto the balls of your feet, spreading the toes. And then release the heels and root and rise. Hands find your heart. Peel the left leg up in front of you. Whoops. And then release it behind you. So you're coming into your warrior two. So we've got back leg, toes drawn into 45 degrees. Front foot is straight. Bending that knee, allowing the thigh, that right thigh, to release towards your mat. The torso centers. We open the arms out to shoulder height. And we take a breath, reaching those fingertips away from us. Inhale, bringing the hands together, and exhaling, releasing back into your warrior two. Pause with the breath here. Allow your breath to be anchored in the posture in your mind. Inhale, rise up, straightening both legs. Exhale, soften and turn your palm to face the sky. Paint the sky, letting that left arm fall towards the back leg and opening out the side body as you gaze towards the sky. Taking a pause with the breath. Wonderful. And slowly transition back to your warrior two. And let's windmill the arms round, keeping that front knee bent, and slide your right hand down the inside of the leg, opening out the chest, gazing forwards. Arms are in a straight line, shoulders are stacked. Wonderful. Keeping that weight into the outside edge of your back foot. And then slowly root through the feet as you return to your warrior two. And inhale as we face forward, straightening the feet. And exhale as we release all the way down to the mat. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale, soften the body. Walk the hands over towards your right foot, opening out both feet. And then just take your hands round the right ankle and slowly draw the belly towards the thigh, the right thigh, softening forward. Release your grip and then take your hands back to center and walk the hands over towards the other side, taking hold of the left ankle. Breathing in, finding length in your spine, and exhaling as you soften towards that left leg. Breathing in, softening as we exhale. Releasing the leg and slowly coming back to center. Pivot the feet so they're both straight. Soften your knees as you come to a standing posture. Hands find your heart. And we slowly walk the feet back underneath your hips. And we take hold of the weight in our left leg. Take note of the weight in the left leg as we peel the right leg from the mat and take it back and come into warrior two on the other side. So I'll pivot round again, makes it easier for you to see what I'm up to. So we've got that back foot drawn back, toes are in, front foot is straight, knees stacking the ankle, and then we open out those arms, neither too far forwards or back, centering the torso, gazing down to those left fingertips as the arms open out and reach away with the fingertips. Inhale, straightening the front leg. Exhale, finding warrior two. Pause here. Feel the breath expanding and contracting your body. Settle the mind here. Allow a softness as you engage with the soles of your feet in the mat. As we find the next in-breath, bring the fingers to touch overhead once more. Straighten that front leg. Exhale, softening back to warrior two. Turn the front palm over. Release the back arm to the back leg and paint the sky. The lower body remains still as you open out the side body and allow that right shoulder to drop down and release the right arm down the back of the leg. Find your breath. Breathing in and exhaling, returning to our warrior two. Wonderful. Inhaling, come back into face. This time toes out, heels in, as we take the hands down the midline and open out into goddess arms. Staying in the squat, just allowing, again, your attention to be drawn to the soles of the feet, pushing into the outer edges. And then hug those inner thighs in. Take another breath and release a little further if you feel that's good for you today. Equally, you can ease out if that feels too strong. Listen to your bodies. Inhale, rising up, straightening both legs. Exhale, soften as we come down. Open the arms out wide, straightening the legs as we inhale. And exhale as we bend the knees and soften. Inhale, rising up. Hands to heart. And walk the feet in, back to centre, back to your standing posture. Take a breath in. And exhale as we soften forward, planting our hands on the mat and taking the right leg back and the left leg, returning to downward dog. Inhale, bringing the feet down, the knees down to the mat, and exhale into a wide-kneed child's pose. So you're allowing the belly to fall between your thighs as you release the torso towards the mat, reaching those arms away from you and pausing here for at least 3 breaths, just allowing that sense of softness, releasing tension in the hips. Imagine that you breathe into any areas of tension and let them go with your out breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhaling, slowly bring that right knee in between your hands as we come into our pigeon pose. I'm just moving the camera. So we're going to come into pigeon